Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Phoenix Draconis coming with you with another toy review video. Now this week's video is Transformers Bumblebee Cyberverse Adventures Thunderhowl. Thunderhowl is number 8 of the Build-A-Figure series for Mac Adams. And I am glad I got him. I actually have to go ahead and give a special shout out to ArsonoptiX. Who is a member of Cybertronz Elite here in San Antonio. So, dude, thank you so much. I really appreciate this. But before we go on, I do want to go ahead and make a mention. When you watch this video, like, share, subscribe to the channel, because it does help me out a lot. I've been, over the past few weeks, I've been basically stating I want to try and reach 100 subscribers by the end of this month. So today's the 11th, so I mean we've got 20 days left. So let's make this happen, people. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you'll be able to be alerted to new videos that I put out. So let's go ahead and continue on without further ado. Once again, Thunderhowl, and as you can tell from the box, he's got his standard box, with a big old window showcasing the figure, the weapons, which has that energy effect around him. Looks like he's got a shield, but at the same time, you have the final piece of the Build-A-Figure set, and that is the head. And I'm gonna go ahead and let's zoom in on that. Right there, and look at that pudding. It is so awesome. Look at them big old eyes. Oh man. And you figure that the last piece would be something a little bit more, but this is what was needed on that. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom out. There we go. I'm trying to zoom out. Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. There we go. Much better. Alright. So the usual, basically, as we turn the box around, we see that awesome box art, and he is a deluxe class figure, and I mean, I have to say, so far I've been pretty impressed. There were a couple of letdowns, among some of the figures, again, if you look at my other reviews, you'll probably see what I'm talking about. But at the same time, as I turn around to the opposite end, you do have Mac Adams in all his glory. So, there we go. And then lastly, we have the back of the box, which showcases all his modes. You have his wolf mode and his warrior node or knight mode. And of course, he comes with Lightning Blast! So, as you haven't already guessed, Thunderhowl is a heroic Autobot. His function is Knight of the Primes. So, hence, the knight-like armor and whatnot. But, so far, I am liking it. Honestly, I think Cyberverse is probably the first appearance for this character. Now, if he has appeared in other media, go ahead and let me know. Just drop a comment about where you saw him, and I'll check that out. But nonetheless, there he is. And in the words of Optibotimus, let's open him up and see how cool he really is. Alright folks, there he is, all out of his box and transformed and ready for battle, holding his mighty sword like the sword of Grayskull, saying, I have the power! Yeah, I did that. Anyway, so there he is. And he's not a bad looking figure, as a matter of fact. Though in my earlier machinations with the figure, I did notice some things on there, which I will get to as we get along with the video. So here we have, there's a lot of good molded detail, some good color here and there, but I'm thinking, based off of the box art for this character, well, he doesn't have a whole lot of color to begin with. So, of course, they gave him a face mask in this case. I kind of wish they had given him his actual face that you see on, because I'm looking at that, for Thunderhowl, and I'll go ahead and show that to you. Oops, I just knocked him down. Sorry, folks. Right there. As you can tell, he does have, a mouth and everything. So, I kind of wish they had gone ahead and given him his mouth. But, it is what it is. Based off of the figure photography, you can see there he's lacking in some color applications on here. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I am seeing he is lacking in some color applications on his head. He does have some for his forearms, on his knees. Now, in the front crotch skirts, I noticed that he does not have that, though. He doesn't have any paint applications there, so I'm wondering if you know what, I'm hoping that I'm actually hoping that Toy Hacks does do some repo labels to correct some of this, because I know that throughout the course of this I have seen certain figures that basically require it. Hot Rod being one of them, definitely. RC is another one. I did see a figure reviewer that went ahead and customized RC in her actual television colors. So that looked pretty good. I'm hoping that Toy Hacks will basically do something similar to correct some of these oversights. So it looks like Thunderhowl may need that as well here. But let's go ahead and move on, because I'm trying not to be negative on this. I just don't feel that this character, considering that he is new to the Transformers universe, should have that. So let's go ahead and check out this magnificent sword with this energy effect here, and that is awesome. And as you can tell right here where the blade meets the hilt, that is awesome. That is a good wolf's head right there. The only thing is, though, they only have it on one side, so it's an interesting little take on your traditional sword. I wish they had it on both sides, but it is what it is. And I do like the detail that they put for the hilt as well as on the wolf's head, and then of course when you take that off, because the energy effect is removable, it's just a regular broadsword with a flared end over here. Oops, with a flared end over here at the tip here, and then tapers off. So it's not bad looking. I like it. And of course this energy effect, you just slide it in there, and there we go. that is awesome. Now the next thing we're going to show off is the shield that he uses, and as you can tell, it does. There's a lot of good detail on there. Even from the top here to the bottom right here, there's some good paint applications here and there. Now, of course, I have never seen the series. Just really didn't appeal to me. But this is the first time that Hasbro, at least in Transformers history, that Hasbro has done a Build-A-Figure set. So, and seeing as how I'm not all that one for Build-A-Figures, even though they do look cool, they put in a lot more details and stuff like that, I had to jump on this. I really did. So I'm glad I did. So just judging from the way the shield had fit on there, this is the only way that this shield will fit on there, along the forearm here. Whoops. Come on, thank you. So unfortunately, and I'm going to try and snap that off. So there is a peg right here, and there's two notches that fit on either side of the arm. Now, unfortunately, though, you're not able to put it on its side. So unless there's a third-party add-on to where they would allow an adapter to peg onto here, which will allow you to peg here onto the shield and allow you to do a little twist, so you can have them holding the shield like this, that would be awesome. But that's not the case. So I'm going to put that off to the side, bring up Thunderhowl, and he's got a lot of good molded details, especially around the chest area where his wolf's head is at. There's some good molded, some good applications here on the forearm here, along the shoulder pads, on his knees, the hip skirts. You just got that red and that yellow outline there. You do see some painted details in the wolf's head right here. And he doesn't have much of a backpack, if at all, so it just flushes out very nicely. So we're going to go ahead and start with articulation. Now with the head here, it can only go left and right. It cannot go 360. Unfortunately, it cannot go up or look up or down either. So, and like I said, there's very minimum paint applications for this figure, despite what I saw in the illustration for Thunderhowl, as well as the product shots. The product shots show that there is some gray within this helmet. Again, Hasbro decided not to do that, which is a shame. So now the arms are on a ball joint here. However, you have to have this piece lifted up in order to do 360 rotation. There looks like there is a type of ball joint here. I'm going to lift up the head a bit, and it does fold in, but I think that may be due to transformation. Now there is bicep rotation here, and this thing keeps on coming off. So now it does have an elbow bend at 90 degrees. Again, a bit of a very tight bicep rotation. The hands are somewhat on a ball joint, so there is wrist rotation. It can bend in like so, but again, that may be due to transformation as well. There is, however, no waist rotation, but he does have, going to lift up the arms a bit. There we go. So he can kick out, but not by much. He does have a thigh rotation here, but again, that's very tight on my copy. He can bend at 90 degrees. He can kick up and bend at 90 degrees, as you can tell here. And for those that did not see it, I'm going to press this down just a bit. So this leg can kick out, would kick back, but there is this backpack here. However, he does bend at 90 degrees, but you got to kick out and bend. So there you go. And of course, he does have his foot is on a ball joint, so he does have a little bit of ankle tilt here and there, but not by much. One thing that I had noticed during the course of me messing around with this figure is that here at his calves, because of the transformation process, this portion will bend in like any type of canine would. So sometimes it will, this will bend out while the rest of the calf stays put. Be mindful of that. Alright, so now we're about to go ahead and start transformation. Now to do this, we need to go ahead and lift these side pieces up so that it covers his head. I'm going to go ahead and take this piece in the back. I'm going to lower this. I'm going to pull this up with this hinge here. And then we're just going to go ahead and just turn it around so that this part is over the head here. Now the next piece would be the chest area, which will become his head. We will lift that up, and because it is on a rocker hinge right here, that's going to go up like so, and there we go. That's going to lift up. Now this piece is going to lift up, but not before we split this portion here. So these two pieces are going to split, and they are going to form the center spine. So that is going to fold in on itself. Now they are going to be attached to each other by these pegs right here and here into these portholes here, and there's a little tab right there. So now close this in and just peg that all together. There. Alrighty. Now, before we go ahead and snap everything into place, we need to move the arms down like so. We're also going to move these legs here like so. There we go. Alright. Now, there is, I don't know if you can see it, there's a small little tab here and here that's going to go into, let's see if you can see it, there you go, into those little notches here and here. So that is going to peg in like so. This is going to snap into place using just by pushing this down. Oh, hold on. So there we go. So right here, I'll try and keep you in frame. So right here, you got these little type of portholes that are going to connect here by these little tabs. So once you got that pushed together, boom, there you go. You just snap that in there. Okay, now we're not done yet. So we're going to take these shoulder shields and we're going to fold them in like so. they are also on a swivel right here. Do be careful because these things are tight, at least on mine anyway. So now we're going to go ahead and put the hands out like so. Turn those around, and there you go. Now we're not done yet. We still got to do the hind legs. So we're going to, like the shoulder pads, these hip skirts need to go ahead and fold in like so. Now fold in again like so. And now we're going to go ahead and fold this in so that way it's at the knee, and then like so. So you got that canine leg going, dot and dot. So not too bad to say the least, but again, we are not done. So the last piece is this shield, which is going to tab in using this tab, these tabs here. It's going to tab in here. So go ahead and just snap that in there. And I'm just going to try and get this going. Now, again, not sure. Alrighty. Now I'm trying to go ahead and get this, you know, situated here so it could be take a quick look. Yeah, that's pretty good right there. So not too bad at all. One other thing, he does have that removable blast effect here. Now you're wondering, according to the product shots that were there, how are you able to put that on there? Well, that is simple. So when you open his mouth, there is another tongue, which would be like his tongue. You just slide this in here, and he's got his lightning blast. And there you go. Not bad, honestly. Not too bad of a transformation, you know. The lightning blast is a nice touch on there. All in all, it's not bad for an armored, you know, wolf knight. I like it. It's, you know, it's pretty good. I like him a little bit more in robot mode, to say the least. The only thing is that, you know, he requires a little bit more in terms of paint applications, I have to say. Especially for his main head and whatnot. If nothing else, I'm probably going to take a look at seeing whether or not Toy Hacks does have any repo labels for some of these Cyberverse characters. Like I said, that some of them just definitely requires, you know, the Toy Hacks treatment. Hot rod! Oh, sorry, a little bit of allergy here. Anyway, let me take a few pics, and I'll come back to you with my final thoughts. So, there he is back in his robot mode, holding his shield. I was able to find a way to where he can hold his shield like so. His hands bent in. Again, it's not a bad, you know, fix on that. I just wish there was a different way. But other than that, let's see. what are my thoughts on this? Like I said, all in all, it's not a bad looking figure. There are some physical faults on that. The way the cows bend, you know, even in robot mode, there's no locking mechanism to keep them from bending. That's going to take off some points on that. The way that this shield cannot be, you know, situated to where he's holding it with his arm bent. His arm has to be straight to hold it. That's another thing. The way that some of the arms or the legs, they tend to pop off. That's another thing that's going to take off as well. It's a good looking character. Oh, almost forgot. Also, lack of paint applications, you know, because basically, according to the product shots here, I know they are computer generated. I'm not stupid, but I wish that, you know, Hasbro would follow through on what they put, you know, on the design, especially if they're doing a, you know, computer, you know, generated variation of this. At the very least, make sure you put it on the figure itself. It's just a suggestion if Hasbro is actually watching. I sincerely doubt it. But let's see here before I got off track. In terms of a score, between a scale of 1 through 10, this is probably the lowest score I have given to any figure. I'm going to have to give this one a 6. I was thinking about giving it a 5, but I mean, it is a cool looking figure, you know. It's, like I said, it's the first time I've ever seen this figure, so I'm willing to give it a chance, but I can't overlook some of the flaws on this. But other than that, what are your thoughts on this? Do you have them? Do you have them? Do you like them? Do you hate them? Leave me your thoughts, your comments in the comment section down below. As I mentioned earlier in the video, like, share, subscribe to this channel. Over the past few weeks, I have been saying that I want to reach 100 subscribers by the end of this month. And for that, I need you all's help. So pass the video on, suggest it to your friends that may be interested in Transformers and whatnot. I guarantee you, I mean, content is going to get better. And if you wish to help this channel, contribute to the channel as well. I do have a Patreon. Information about that is in the description down below. If you wish to go ahead and have me review a figure of some kind, leave me a suggestion in the comment section down below. I also have a PO box. Again, information on that is in the description down below. So here is this week's toy in review, which is Cyberverse Thunderhowl. And this is Phoenix Draconis, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace.